Hey everybody, Permaid here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing episodes 4 and 5 from The Last of Us on HBO. I'm reviewing these together because to me, these episodes were kind of like their own mini movies similar to the first episode of the season. So I hope you'll hit that subscribe button, stick around to hear my thoughts, and leave a comment down below to let me know what you thought too. So I think the theme of these two episodes was family. What would you do to protect your family? What would you do to avenge your family? What would you do to keep them safe? And starting off with vengeance, let's talk a little bit about Kathleen.
Things have gone great. Haven't you heard? Kansas City is free.
So I wasn't really sure of my thoughts on her in episode 4. She really was giving me more school teacher than resistance leader, but then as you watch episode 5 and get a little bit more of her backstory, you see that this was not her plan and not her choice, and this was just a role that she had to step into. But I think that she fulfilled really well. She was a really unlikable villain, and the backstory I think suited her. Okay, so now let's talk about why Kathleen was out for revenge. She was after Henry and Sam. She was after Henry because he gave up her brother, which is more of a convoluted backstory than what they had in the games. In the games, it was more simple. Just there was like a trading dispute in the city, and that was that. But again, I see that they're trying to give each character more depth and add more backstory, and I really did like the changes that they made to Henry and Sam as far as changing their ages a little bit, making Henry a little bit more vulnerable and relying on Joel. In the games, he was much tougher, and then also changing Sam's age and language. I thought that that made the moments that he had with Ellie where she was trying to learn sign language even more meaningful.
Endure and survive. Yeah, man.
Keep it down, we're not out yet.
And it also made their story just that much more tragic. They had a lot going on with the leukemia and everything else, and you think that they made it out, and then Sam reveals to Ellie that he has been bitten, and that was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking in the game, but I feel like it was even more heartbreaking in the show because he and Ellie had that moment where she tried to heal him. She's kind of taking on this protector role, and it was really heartbreaking and sad.
All right, I'm pooped. I'll see you tomorrow. Bakers trade bread recipes on a need-to-know basis. Need.
I get it.
And now moving on to Ellie and Joel, I am continuing to love what they're doing with their storyline and the progress that they're making in their character development. I was so happy at the beginning of episode 4 to see Ellie's joke book come out and Joel kind of resisting it and resisting growing closer to her. But then by the end of episode 4, he, is laughing himself to sleep over the diarrhea joke. I'm also enjoying their kind of father-daughter dynamic that they've got going. In episode 4, he is showing her how to use a gun, and then by episode 5, she has taken on that protector role, protecting Henry and Sam from the Horde, which we'll get to in a minute. And he almost is seeing her as someone who is capable of protecting herself, especially after she saved him, but then he's still also holding back as he knows that he ultimately has to save her. Now moving on to the big fight at the end of episode 5. If you're like me, you were hungry for action, and even though this sequence was short, it did not disappoint because you got clickers, you got runners, and then you finally got to see a bloater. And they gave Tommy, which I know he's not Tommy I forgot his name in the show, but he's Tommy in the game. They gave him a very memorable death with the bloater head rip that he had. Now I'll kind of get into some of the moments from the game that they included into the show, which are kind of fan moments that I thought were cool. Like the scene in the truck at the beginning of episode 4 where Ellie and Joel are talking and Ellie's talking about her comic and then also a magazine that she finds. That was taken directly from the show, or from the game.
Your friend will be missing this tonight. It's light on the reading, but it's got some interesting photos.
Now, Ellie, that ain't for kids.
Whoa! How the hell would he even walk around with that thing?
Get rid of that.
Well, hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about. Oh, why are these all stuck together? I'm just fucking with you. Bye-bye, dude.
And another element that I really liked was in episode 5 when they were in the underground tunnels and you got the little glimpse of the history of the community that used to be there. That was another side quest in the game where you could kind of learn about this community and ultimately their tragic fate that they had. So I'm happy to still see all of these moments that they're adding for the fans into the show.
Who would stay in here?
Someone who thought they could keep a place like this safe.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of these episodes. I can't believe we only have 4 episodes left. It's kind of making me nervous because if you're like me and you played the game, you know that there's still a lot of story left to tell, plus left behind, and I really hope that nothing crucial gets left out of this story, but I'm glad to hear that there will be a season 2, and I will definitely be watching and recapping that as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now.
All right, I've actually never heard that one.
That's it. That's all I got.